Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss our new chapters, Children and Women in Sports. Motor development in children. Motor development refers to development of child bones, muscles and ability to move around and manipulate in these environments. Means it is a progressive change in movement throughout the life cycles, that is from birth to death. Each and every development in child is motor development. Motor developments provide perfection in actions and graceful movement. It leads to smooth and coordinated movement. Motor development in children is divided into two parts: gross motor development, fine motor development. Gross motor development means development of large or big muscles like muscle of the leg, which help the child to do big activities like standing, running, jumping, etc. Fine motor development means development of small muscles which help the child to do small activities, which help them to do a fine work like catching, throwing, picking, writing, etc. Okay, gross motor development means development of big muscles, and fine motor development means development of small muscles. Factors. What are the factors that affect motor development? First, parents and heredity. As children get genes from their parents as heredity, thus the motor development follow the same patterns of their parents. Nutrition. If a child get proper nutrition, proper diet, it's help in proper growth of motor development. The child becomes strong and healthier with good diet. It helps to improve his motor development. Immunizations. If both mothers and child are both immunized at proper times, it leads to good motor development. Environment. We should provide clean, safe and natural environment for a child for good motor development. Psychological feedback and motivations. Children should be motivated to participate in the physical activities which help to improve their motor development. Disability and disease. If the person is disabled, it's reduce his motor development. It's reduce perfection in motor skill. Regular practice. With regular practice, motor development is improved and the perfection is gained. Body weight. Overweight and obese children have less motor development as compared to those who are fit and healthy. Mental abilities. Motor development is also depend upon mental abilities, as the children have less perfections as compared to adult. Gender or sex difference. The motor development is also different between boys and girls. Rest and relaxations. For proper motor development, we should give proper rest and relaxation to the child. Otherwise, motor development will be affected. Proper training. For motor development and skill perfections, proper training should be given. Safety measures. We should consider the safety measures to gain perfection in motor skill. Interest and activity. We should the interest and attitude of the child is one of the important factors for motor development. If the child is interested and if his attitude is good, then his motor development will increase. Multi-activity. For proper motor development, the child should participate in multi activities. He should participate in variety of activity which helps to develop good motor skill. These are the factors which affect motor development. Okay, motor development means development of child bones, muscles, and ability to move around and manipulate in environment. Motor development, it is of two types: gross motor development, fine motor development. Gross motor development means development of big muscles like muscles of the hand, leg, which help him to do big activities like sitting, standing, running, jumping. And fine motor development means development of small muscles like muscles of the hand, finger, etc., which help the child to do fine activities like catching, writing, picking, etc. And the factors that affect motor developments are heredity, nutrition, immunizations, environmental factors, psychological factors, disability, regular practice, body weight, mental abilities, gender, rest and relaxations, proper training, safety measure, interests and attitudes, and multi-activity. These are the factors that affect motor development. Next is exercise guideline at different stages of growth and development. What exercise we should do at different stages of growth and development? Growth, it is a quantitative change. Growth, it is a quantitative change. Like growth means increase in size, shape, structures, etc., which can be measured like weight of a person's, kg, etc. It is a quantitative change which can be measured. And development, it is a qualitative change in quality, his characters, functions. It is a qualitative change which cannot be measured. Growth and developments both are interrelated with each others. First, babyhood growth and development, that is from birth to 1 year. At this stage, motor development start after birth and follow progressive and sequential patterns from top to the bottom. At this stage, gross motor development take place. Gross motor development means development of child big muscles. Okay, at babyhood stage, gross motor development take place. So at this stage, the child should do the activities like crawling, sitting, walking, standing, rolling, etc. And we should provide him healthy environment, neat, clean and healthy environment, proper diet, proper vaccinations should be done for proper motor development of a child. Next is infancy growth and development, that is from 1 to 2 years. At this stage, gross motor development take place. At this stage, the child should do the activities like crawling, standing, sitting, walking, rolling, bending, etc. And we should provide him neat, clean, healthy environment, playful environment for proper gross motor development. We should provide him sufficient rest and sleep, etc. Early childhood growth and development. Early childhood, that is from 2 to 6 years. At this stage, both gross motor development as well as fine motor development take place. Therefore, the child should participate in the activities like throwing, kicking, running, catching, ladder game, some recreational activities like rope jumping, fun game, etc. The child should participate in this type of activities. Later childhood growth and development. Later childhood growth and development, that is from 7 to 12 years. At this stage also both gross and fine motor development take place. At this stage the child should do the activities like yoga, gymnastics, athletics, swimming, running, some team game like football, basketball, handball, etc. And next, adolescence growth and development. Adolescence, that is from 13 to 19 years. At this stage, first is this is a delicate period and challenging period for the parents due to lack of experience to the children. The sex difference is prominent and brings sex consciousness in this stage. Adolescence is at this stage many changes take place related to physical, social, psychological, etc. Therefore, this is the most challenging period for the child. At this stage, the child should perform the activities like he should perform heavy physical workout, perform creative activity, team game. He should take proper diet. We should teach him moral value, controlling their emotions, proper use of finance, etc. These are the activities which the adolescents should perform. Now we have complete. This is about the exercise guideline at different stages of growth and development. What type of exercise the child should perform at different stages of growth and development, that is at babyhood stage, early childhood stage, later childhood stage, adolescence, etc. Next is posture. Posture is the specific body positions. Okay, means balancing the body in accurate and proper manners so as to produce least fatigue. If the person has good postures, then there will be the least fatigue, less pain. Postures, it may be static or dynamic. Statics like sitting, standing. Dynamic like walking, running, jumping, etc. There are different views about the postures, like according to physical educationists, postures is a tool of mechanical efficiency of body which cause minimum stress to muscles. Moreover, maximum output of physical efficiency can be attained. Means according to physical educationists, if a person had good postures, then there will be the minimum stress on the muscles and maximum output will be there. And according to doctors, posture is soundness of physiological balance of body. And according to actors, posture is a tool to express emotion and attitudes. If a person is able to express his emotions and attitude, it means he has good postures according to the actors. These are the different view about the postures. So from this we can conclude that good postures help the body to function efficiently and effectively. If a person had good postures, then his body will function efficiently and effectively. Our personality will be improved. We are able to express our emotions, attitude of mind, etc. And the efficiency of our body will depend upon good postures. Good postures helps to keep our bones in their natural shape and in proper alignment. Our organs, if we have good postures, then our organs of the body will get rest. The body does not get easily tired and the person will remain sound, healthy, fit. What are the correct standing postures? The correct standing postures is held without any sense effort. In correct standing postures, our feet should be apart about 4 to 6 inches. Feet should be parallel to each others, and our body weight should be balanced on both feet, and one should stand straight and erect. And when we view from the side our ear, shoulders, hip, knee, ankles should be in a straight line, and the center of gravity should be with the center of feet. Correct walking postures. What is the correct walking postures? In walking posture, our feet should be stretched and then push the ground, and then shift the body weight on the toe. This is called heel to toe actions, and walking should look smooth, efficient and graceful. Correct sitting postures. In correct sitting postures, the backbone should be correct. The backbone should be correct so that the natural curves should be visible. The upper regions of the backbone should be straight against the back of the chairs, and our head should be in a line with the hip and shoulders, and the arms should be balanced, and the waist should touch the back of the chairs, and our thighs should be straight line resting on the seat of the chairs, and our legs should rest vertically on feet. This is the correct sitting postures. Next is advantage. What are the advantages of good postures? If we have good postures, then our appearance will be good. The personality, the first image of personality comes through a good postures. If we have good postures, our personality will be improved. The persons will become smart, good looking, charming and attractive. Improve health status. If a person has good postures, then body reflect good health. Means good postures is the image of good health and sound body. Psychological balance. If a person has good postures, then it's help to keep the body and mind in a stable positions. Our mind will be relaxed. It improves the activeness of mind and leads to optimum development. Less strain and pain over the joint. If we have good postures, then there will be the less pain over the joint, because our body weight is equally distributed over the joint. Improve social status. If we have good postures, our social status will also improve. Our social quality will be improved. Good postures is the image of happy lifestyles and social well-being of an individual. Better functioning of body system. If we have good postures, then the body get full chance of function well. It provides optimum functioning of our internal organs. Improve appetite. If we have good postures, our digestive organs will function properly. It causes less stress over the abdomen, etc. Reduce posture deformity. If we have good postures, it helps to reduce the various posture deformity like knock knee, bow leg, scoliosis, lordosis, kyphosis, etc. Better skill perfections. If a person has good postures, then there will be the perfection in action. It make the movement graceful. Better selections of players. Correct postures of a players help the coach to uh, help the coach for better selection of player for various activity. By seeing the posture, we can find out whether the child has good skill or not. Optimum physical efficiency. Good postures helps in increasing the efficiency of the body. It's help to improve the physical efficiency and fitness of a body. Good body balance. Correct postures provide good body balance. The more stability of individuals while performing workout. What are the cause of bad postures? There are various cause for bad postures. Some are environmental cause and others may be due to heredity. Bad posture cause many health problems like psychological stress, bad looking, less social acceptance, posture deformity, etc. Let's discuss some cause of bad posture. First is accident. Sometimes due to accidents, it may lead to bad postures. It leads to posture deformity. Disease. Many kind of health problems like disease, illness, chronic sickness, etc. are the cause of sickness, cause bad postures. Lack of nutritional diet. If the child does not take a proper diet, it leads to bad postures. Wrong posture habit. Wrong postures habit or wrong postures habit during sitting, standing, walking, etc. cause a bad posture. Improper treatment. If the treatment is not a proper or wrong treatment, then it leads to posture deformity. Psychological stress. If the persons take a stress, if he has mental tensions, unbalanced emotions, etc., then it leads to bad postures. Lack of sufficient strength. If the person has less strength, if he has poor muscular strength, then it leads to bad posture. Age factors. Age factors is also the cause of bad postures. As the age increase, our postures as the age increase, it reduces the strength of the muscles, which leads to bad postures. Poor eyesight. If a person has poor eyesight, then the body will bend forward. It causes bad postures. Bad shoes or clothes. If a person wears bad shoes, bad quality of clothes, shoes, etc., then it leads to bad posture. Now this is about the postures, its cause and advantage. Now we have complete. Our next topic is posture deformity and their corrective measure. What are the posture deformity and how it can be correct? Like posture deformity like knock knee, bow leg, capaces, scoliosis, lordosis, round shoulders, etc. and how it can be correct. This topic we will study in our next video. Let's once again do a quick revisions what we have studied. First is motor development. Motor development means development of child bones, motor development of child bones, muscles, etc., which help him to move around and manipulate in the environment. Motor developments helps to bring perfections in movement, actions, etc. Motor development, it is of two types: gross motor development, fine motor development. Gross motor development means development of big muscles, like development of big muscles which help the child to do big activities like running, walking, jumping, standing. And fine motor development means development of small muscles which help the child to do the fine activities like writing, catching, picking, drawing, etc. Next is exercise guideline. What types of exercise the child should do at different stages of growth and development. Various stages of growth and developments like babyhood stage. Babyhood stage, that is from birth to 1 year. At this stage, gross motor development take place. Therefore, the child should do the activities like crawling, rolling, sitting, standing, etc. And the child should provide proper diet, clean and healthy environment, proper vaccinations and immunizations should be done, and the parents should take proper care of the child for proper motor development. Infancy, that is from 1 to 2 years, at this stage also gross motor development take place. Therefore, the child should do the activities like rolling, bending, stepping, bodybuildings, etc. And we should provide the child neat, clean, healthy environment. We should provide him proper rest and relaxations, proper vaccinations, etc. and healthy diet. Early childhood stage, that is from 2 to 6 years. At this stage, both gross and fine motor development take place. Therefore, the child should do the activities like running, jumping, throwing, kicking, catching, etc. Later childhood stage, that is from 7 to 12 years. At this stage also, both gross and fine motor development take place. The child should do the activities like yoga, gymnastics, swimming, basketball, volleyball, etc. Last, adolescent stage, that is from 13 to 19 years. At this stage, both gross and fine motor development take place, and this is a very challenging period for the parents due to at this stage physical, psychological, emotional, mental, developmental take place. At this stage, the child should do heavy physical workout, perform creative activities, team game, provide proper healthy diet, controlling his emotions, etc. Posture, it is just specific body positions. Okay, postures means positions of the body. If the person has good postures, there will be least fatigue. Postures may be static or dynamic. Postures means positions or pose. The best posture is that in which the body segment are balanced in the positions of least strain and maximum support. Advantage of good postures is the personality. If a person has good postures, then his personality will be improved. His appearance will be improved. Improve health status. Good postures is a symbol of healthy body, sound body. If the person have good postures, then he will have good health and sound body. Psychological balance. Good postures um, improve the psychological balance of the body and mind. Our mind will become active. If we have good postures, our mind will become active, and it's help in optimum development. Least strain and pain over the joint. Of course, if we have good postures, there will be the least pain over the joint, because our body weight is equally distributed over the joint. Improve social status. If we have good postures, our social status will be improved. Better functioning of body system. If we have good postures, our body system will function efficiently. Improve appetite. If we have good postures, it causes least pressures over the abdomen, therefore improve the efficiency of our digestive organs, which improve our appetite. Remove posture deformity. If we have good postures, it helps to remove various posture deformity. Better skill perfections. If we have good postures, then we will able to perform our activities skillfully. Our skill will be perfect. Optimum physical efficiency. If we have good postures, then our physical efficiency will be improved. And the cause of bad postures are accident, disease, lack of nutritional diet, wrong postures habit, improper treatment, training, psychological pressures, age factors, poor eyesight, bad shoes or clothes, etc.